I'm Thomas Smith, and these beauties literally just arrived on my doorstep this morning. These are mulberries from Frog Hollow Farm. And Frog Hollow Farm is located about 40 miles out of Oakland. It's in Brentwood, California. It's a beautiful agricultural area in the Bay Area. And these are a really cool berry. So if you've heard the kids' nursery rhyme all around the mulberry bush, you might think these grow on bushes. Actually, they grow on trees, and they've been cultivated in China and other countries for silkworms to eat. It's the only thing silkworms will eat, to produce silk for generations. But they're very, very hard to bring to market because they're very, very delicate. You can see I've got some of the berries here. So they're very hard to transport, very hard to actually commercialize, but they're a pretty incredible berry. The trees that grow mulberries grow huge quantities of them. They're very climate resilient. It's something that can be grown even in areas where cherries are harder to produce due to climate change, so it's an important way to build resilience for farms like Frog Hollow that are regenerative. And they're also really delicious. They have this really deep kind of brambleberry type of flavor is how I would describe it. Kind of like a giant blackberry is the way that these have been described. And some people consider them a superfruit because they have a lot of antioxidants, they have a lot of vitamins, and again, it's very, very rare to find these actually brought to market where you can purchase the raw berries, the ripe berries, and eat them. Frog Hollow Farm, we've got their mulberries here, and you can see it can hold these up. They're these super long berries, and I'll try a bite of one of these here. Yeah, it's really delicious. It's kind of almost like a blackberry, but it has a little bit, I think, of a deeper, almost like a boysenberry flavor, I would say. Like if you try something that has a little more of that kind of sweetness like you get with a raspberry, a little bit of the tartness of a blackberry, kind of combined together. And it's got this unique texture because it's this super long berry, so it's not something most people are used to eating unless you grew up, with one of these trees on your property. And one of the ways that Frog Hollow is actually able to bring these to market is that they developed a unique technique for harvesting them, because they're apparently very finicky to harvest. They're very delicate, they're very long, so it's not a great way to harvest them automatically. And they actually realized that you don't actually need to pick them. You can put nets essentially under the trees, and they will actually fall when the breeze blows, fall into the net if they're ripe. And they can catch these and then again package them up and make them available. So you probably have never tried a raw mulberry unless you have your own mulberry tree, but now through Frog Hollow you can do that. And again, I definitely recommend it. They're not quite as sweet. Yeah, more of that like berry or brambleberry type of flavor to it than you would get with like a raspberry or something. You can dip them in a little bit of sugar, like put a little granulated sugar over the top. They're really delicious. There's also a variety of recipes you can get from Frog Hollow. So a really good mulberry lassi kind of drink, smoothies, there's pies you can make with these. There's a lot of different ways that you can use them. And again, it's a big achievement just to make these available, plus a big step forward in this kind of climate resilience and climate change resilience process, and also finding fruits that'll grow in different times, different, outside of the normal harvest windows to really extend the production of a regenerative farm like Frog Hollow. And I love Frog Hollow's jams and other products. You can also, readily make jams and other ways to preserve these delicate berries, even if you can't necessarily eat them fresh like I'm doing here. If you want to get some for yourself, probably you can find them in some areas around the Bay Area. Your best bet is to go to one of the farmers markets where Frog Hollow features their produce, and you can also visit their website and check out some of their community-sponsored agriculture systems, CSAs, where you can also get some of these really delicious berries. So totally unique, climate resilient, superfruit, antioxidant packed, really unique and interesting flavor. Pretty incredible look to them. I've never seen a berry that's 2 inches long, and these are just really exciting and interesting. So thank you to Frog Hollow for sending these to me. They sent these to me, literally delivered them right to my door, so they'd be optimally fresh and I could get the best experience. And I totally encourage you to check out their offerings. If you can sign up for their CSA or check them out at a farmer's market, try out these berries, try it in a smoothie, try it just fresh as I'm doing here. It's a really cool spring and summer thing to try, and really great to support a local business here in the Bay Area. So thank you again to Frog Hollow, and definitely check out these delicious, delicious mulberries.